Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Create and Collaborate XLabs pop-up as a part of Spring Reunion Week. My name is Caitlin Weston. I serve as the Coordinator of Events and Operations here in the Office of Alumni Relations. I just want to say happy reunion to anyone whose grad year ends in a 0, 1, 5, or 6. We are so excited to be able to celebrate with you this week, and just want to give a special shout out to the classes of 1970 and 1971. Happy 50th reunion. We're so excited to be celebrating with you. We are joined by some amazing students from the X-Labs who are here to walk us through our amazing project and to answer any questions. And then we're also going to have some time to connect with our fellow alumni. So really quickly, I just wanted to go through a few Zoom housekeeping things. As much as you can, please turn on your video. We will be in breakout rooms later. And so it's always great when we're able to connect, see each other's faces, and share our Madison memories in that way. As well as please remain muted when you are not speaking. Of course, we want to ensure that everyone on the call has the best event experience as possible with as little feedback and sort of strange noises in the background as possible. I just wanted to start by talking about XLabs and introducing our amazing student employees who will be here with us today, walking us through the project. So XLabs is a department on campus that serves majors of all types, of all majors. It's an interdisciplinary department that focuses on challenging students, utilizing technology and innovation to expand the knowledge that they are learning on campus and hopefully strengthen them to be able to enter the workforce with some really creative skills. So any student is able to sign up for an XLabs classes. They have done so many amazing classes just in the past semesters, including augmented and virtual reality, hacking, learning about automated cars and Salesforce app developments, tons and tons of different things. And we have both Carly and Helen on the call with us today that know lots more about XLabs than I do, and I'm sure they will give us all the great information about that department. So I am going to go ahead and throw it over to Carly to introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Are you guys getting any weird feedback on your end?
Nope, you're good, Carly. We can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. So, hi, welcome. My name is Carly, and this is Helen.
Hi, my name is Helen.
We're both interns here at JMU X-Labs. I'm a computer science major. I'm a rising senior here at JMU. And Helen, do you want to tell us a little bit?
Yeah, I'm a communication study major, and I'm a rising senior. I'm going to graduate so soon.
Yeah, so we're super excited to have you all. Once again, this is JMU X-Labs. For those of you who graduated a little while ago, JMU X-Labs was founded in around 2015 as an interdisciplinary area for innovation at JMU. We have a bunch of different classes, and we also have open lab hours, so people that aren't in classes can come and just work on cross-disciplinary and creative projects. So today we have an awesome thing lined up for you with the shadowbox. But before that, we're going to give you a quick tour of the X-Labs in case you haven't been back to JMU in a while. And for those of you guys who were here before JMU X-Lab was built, it's over by Newman Lake. I believe where the old radio station used to be. So yeah, we're going to go hop over to the lab and give you a little tour. All right, so now we're over on our other camera over here. So we're coming right now out of one of our classrooms in the back. This Wednesday night, there's actually a class going on in the lab, so you'll get to see a little bit of that. We have the Internet of Things class going on, which basically uses sensors and different components to solve real world problems. So for example, last semester in the IoT class, they were building bear collars for tracking and gathering bear sensor information, which is pretty cool. I believe doing something similar this semester, but I don't know the details. But yeah, so we have some people in our tank room. And here we're about to go into our lab. So this is our main lab area. We have a bunch of different stuff going on here. We have a bunch of different projectors over there, which we'll use for classes. Oftentimes the professors are from the actual industries that they're working in for our classes. So they'll often Zoom in to teach since they aren't local to the area typically. We also have a bunch of different machines that we can use for projects here at the XLabs. So for example, over here, we have our vinyl cutter, and we'll use that to make stickers and t-shirts like you see over here. So this big Duke Dog was a giant sticker that was made with the vinyl cutter. And so is this shirt, which we used heat transfer vinyl to iron this on.
That's going to satisfy the researcher's issues.
We also have a bunch of miscellaneous craft supplies that we can use. And also right now, we have a project going on for graduating seniors where we're engraving bricks on the quad using our laser cutter. So if you look, we have some engraved bricks here, and you can put your name and some stuff with being seniors. And back here, we have our giant laser cutter, which is pretty cool. This is where all of your shadow boxes were made that you got mailed. All 100 of them were made in this machine. So we have a bunch of wood that we can use. We can also use materials like acrylic, and you can do so much with the laser cutter, and we can often use it for things like prototyping in some of the classes. And it's just really cool. Okay, so right now these two rooms are locked because we forgot to grab our keys, but we also have 3D printing back here. So that's also another great tool that we have for our students. And we also have a giant printer for posters, which is great. And back here, we also have a bunch of different components that we can use for things like the IoT class. So you have different things like breadboards and wires and sensors, and a bunch of stuff that are free to use for JMU students. And lastly, we just have some woodworking tools back here. So if students want to come and use power tools for other projects, they're welcome to do that. For example, we had someone that came into the lab fairly recently, and they built their own motorized skateboard. And they basically wanted to build a custom enclosure for it because basically they just had it in a plastic box. So they were able to come in and prototype using the laser cutter and build with the power tools to make the enclosure. So that's kind of all we have for our tour so far. We're gonna hop back to the main room just so we can show you how to assemble the boxes. So we'll see you guys again in just a second.
I loved that tour. I know what have I done in XLabs? I have created my own sticker. I've every holiday season, they have projects and workshops where students and faculty and staff are able to come in and create ornaments, which is always really special. Jessica, do you have anything that you have made at XLabs before?
Yeah, I think I'm the same. I think I made a pennant, and around the holidays, I got to etch a wine glass as well, which was really cool. I do see in the chat from Sue Bender, there's a question about, are the workshops in XLabs for non-students? That would be fun. I think, do you know, Kate, I know most of the programs are for students, but they do have some open office hours.
Yep, so I know that the classes that you register for that give you credit, you obviously have to be a student and they have a limited capacity, but I know that they also host open lab hours where all students are able to come and create projects. And I know that they partner with a lot of different student organizations as well as departments on campus to host pop-up events and things like that. Whenever we have a big alumni weekends in town, we always try to create opportunities for alumni to be able to use the XLabs as well. So I definitely think there is an opportunity for non-students as well. Oh, and Aaron shared, and sometimes community members are invited as well to those open hours. Thanks for adding that, Aaron.
All right, so we are back in our little classroom. So we're gonna go ahead and show you guys how to assemble the boxes. They're pretty simple and self-explanatory, but if you need a little help, we'll show you how to do that real quick. So these should be all the pieces that you received in your package. You should have 3 little mountains, a big one, a medium, and a small one. You should have the back of Wilson Hall and the front of Wilson Hall, 4 of these borders, and a sun for our lovely JMU sunset. So basically how you're going to assemble this is after you're done painting or decorating, however you want, I would recommend decorating first before you try to assemble it, just because it's a little bit easier. Here's how you're gonna lay out everything. So first off, you're gonna start with your backboard here, and you're gonna take your sun, and that's gonna be the first thing that goes on in the back. Next, you're gonna take your biggest mountain, and that's gonna go down. After that, you'll take your medium-sized mountain, which is the one that doesn't have this little curve thing here at the bottom, and you'll put that on. Next, you'll have your small mountain, which you can do by placing there. Next, this one's a little bit tricky. So you're gonna do the back of Wilson Hall first, so that way when you put the front on, you'll get kind of this backdrop here with the columns. So So you'll place that down, and then you'll have the back of Wilson Hall. Now for the borders, this might be slightly confusing, but it's pretty simple once you figure out how they work. All the pieces are exactly the same. So you're going to put all of your notches down where they meet here on the edge of the border. And also for how it connects with all the other edges, you're basically just going to put the knot that sticks out with the one that kind of curves in, and they'll connect like that. So if you were to lay it down, then you get this nice corner up here. Oops. Just like that. And for all this, you'll basically just glue everything together once you're done with it. You can use Elmer's glue, a hot glue gun, Gorilla Glue, really whatever you have, it'll pretty much work. So that's all there is to it, really.
Awesome. Thank you so much for walking us through that. We are going to go into breakout rooms now where we will be able to help you in a bit more of a one-on-one setting. And so Carly and Helen are going to jump into all of the different breakout rooms, and they will be there to answer any questions that you may have. And during that time, you'll also be able to ask your fellow alumni that may be in your breakout room during that portion if they know sort of what the next step is, and just help each other with the project. So we are going to go ahead and move into those breakout rooms